Hi everyone, it's Emily. I haven't made a video in a while, and my goal tonight was to make a video about motivation and about commitment. Um, I'm a coach, right? I'm a health and fitness coach. I was a personal trainer, a boot camp instructor. Um, I watch a lot of other trainers, athletes, and uh, people that I admire and respect a lot, and fellow coaches that I look at, and I always wonder, do they ever feel overwhelmed or do they ever have a bad day? Do things ever get hard for them? And yes, they'll post about whatever struggle they once had, but it seems like you never see that struggle. It seems like it's always something that's from the past that you never were a witness to. Um, and so it doesn't really seem real in a way, or they seem superhuman, or it, for me, it makes me feel like maybe I'm flawed because I have hard times, and some days I don't feel like training. Some days are a lot harder than others. Sometimes I'll feel absolutely great and it's super happy and all that, but there are those hard times. And the reason why I'm making this video is because if I if I wonder about those people, or about, like, if I wonder about those hard times that those people that I admire or look up to had, if I feel flawed for having those hard times, maybe somebody else feels that way too sometimes. So, as most of you know, about 2 years ago, a drunk driver showed up at the family cottage, and I'm the type of person that intervenes. I always, always, will always, any one of my friends will tell you, if I see somebody yelling at somebody, at their kid, or if I see somebody yelling at their dog or doing something wrong to somebody, I always intervene, to the point where it embarrasses some people, but I will always intervene. It's something that I've always done and always will do. Why? I don't know. So drunk driver shows up at the family cottage, which is a dead-end street, so he really showed up in our private entrance, and I went outside to see who was there at 11:30 at night. And because he was evidently intoxicated, I didn't want him to get back on the road, so I literally used my body as a barrier, thinking that he's not gonna hit me if I'm in the way, and he did anyways. And it was a funny story at first because I'm a huge fan of cheesy action movies, so I was referring to myself as like I watched too many Bruce Willis movies, so I thought I was Bruce Willis. I was off work from the gym for 5 months, and I was in physio, and the gym that I worked at for 9 years caused a lot of problems for me to get the physio that I needed and the unemployment that I needed. And then I later lost my job because I couldn't go back to work. And I tried to use it as an opportunity to work on me, to grow, to study, I was like, let's make the best of this. And I tried, and I worked minimum wage jobs. And then I had a hard time going to work sometimes because there's something that doesn't feel right. There's a lack of energy. I would get really, really dizzy, where they thought I had, well, at one point they basically thought I had labyrinthitis, so I was walking with a cane. And then I was studying masotherapy, and I was having problems with my hand and with my right hand, my right arm, and they thought it was carpal tunnel. And then as of December 2014, things just kind of all came in together, where I lost feeling in my right arm, the right side of my face, had a migraine for 5 days, but it wasn't my typical migraine. It wasn't what it normally is. It was a lot more than that, but I could only describe it as a migraine. I lost vision in my right eye, and since then, I've been off work. The last time I worked was December 26th. I was working at a sports store, Sports Expert, and the staff at the 2 locations that I worked at have been incredibly supportive. They check in on me often. The staff, the people at the one where I had only been working there for a few weeks when I had to leave. They've been incredibly supportive as well, checking in on me and trying to keep my spirits lifted. And you guys see from my posts and everything, I still try and stay positive. I still try to look on the bright side. I still try to take advantage of what's my current situation, to use it for something good. But there are times like today where it gets really heavy, where I miss my old life. I miss being able to take a walk without it exhausting me. Or I miss being able to work. I miss being me. And even as I make this video, I have a hard time looking at the camera, not because I'm crying, although that is, you have the ugly crying phase, but because I don't recognize the person on the screen. That's not me. I was given the okay to swim, so I was going to the community pool basically 2 days a week, and this week, just energy-wise, was really hard. I basically had no energy. Like, as much as I wanted to do things, it basically felt like I had the flu, except it was just, I was exhausted. Just anything I did just tired me out. And so I took everything that I had to go to the pool yesterday, and it felt so good, and I was able to swim, and for the first time I was able to swim on my stomach without it hurting my neck, and my arm was feeling okay, and it was good. It was a positive, like, I felt good. It was basically fun times. And today I had that just no energy, and it took everything I had to get out, like, to force myself to get out of the house and to walk to the pool. And it just seems so, like, you just get out of the house and walk out of the pool. But just my energy level was just down. It was just down, but I just wanted to get in the pool just because it's the only thing I can basically do right now. I went from biking like 50 kilometers a day, every day, 7 days a week, to not being able to make it up the street without being out of breath. I went from training 6 days a week at the gym, weightlifting, doing body pump, like doing a whole bunch of things, to not being able to hold a weight right now because my hand and my arm hurt too much. So I was like, swimming is something that I can do aside from the yoga, the very, very light yoga that I'm doing. It was something that I could do. So I knew, I'm like, this is something positive. Just get out of the house and go. And then I was going to make a video about motivation and commitment and how you pull through no matter what. And then I got in the pool, and within 10 minutes, I lost feeling in my right arm again. I lost feeling in my right arm, which is something that happens, or that has been happening since the accident. And it was just between the doctor's appointments, the stuff that I don't know, the tests, being unemployed and being 34 years old, basically unemployed, having to apply for employment insurance or for the first time, and having my parents to help me out with rent. It's just, it's heavy, it's hard, and like it was just the not the last straw, but it's just like I try. It's just like, okay, every little thing that happens, it's just like water in the bucket, right? Like the bucket just keeps filling up, but I just kept, it's okay, let it go in the bucket. I'm gonna focus on something else. Let it go. But now the bucket's overflown, and it took so much energy to just go to the pool, and my body just decided, no, I'm tired of this. I want to be able to do things again. I want to look in the mirror and not hate what I see. Now when I go out and I see people, if I go to the dog park or whatnot, or if I meet somebody for the first time, one of the first things I say is like something along the lines of, oh, I'm not normally this fat. I was hit by a car. This isn't me. This isn't what I look like. This isn't how I am usually. This isn't me. So I just wanted to make this video so that way somebody else that has been in my shoes, or that has looked at all those celebrity trainers and the athletes and even the other Beachbody coaches that there are, that are great and they're super sweet, and I have made a few friends out of them, but you just can't help but wonder, do they ever have a shitty day? Do they ever just break down? And I felt flawed for feeling this way sometimes, and I just wanted, in case somebody else felt flawed like me, I wanted them to see that it happens. It happens, and I normally honestly just curl up in a ball and cry alone in my room with my dog. Or I bottle it up until it explodes and I decide to make a video. So, those of us in the fitness industry, we're not perfect. We have hard times. We struggle. I'm struggling. I'm not perfect, and I'm going through hard times. But what keeps me going, what gives me purpose in a way, while I can't work at a gym, I can't give classes, what gives me purpose is doing this this coaching, doing posts like this, just doing something to maybe help somebody else if it helps them. This is basically all I have right now. And I know people have it worse. I know, but that's just pushing the bucket aside. It's just like, okay, there's something else, but hey, people have it worse. So let's just put whatever shitty thing is going on in my life in a bucket and focus on the fact that, hey, people have it worse. There's worse things that could happen. But that's not happening right now. I'm going through what I'm going through right now, and that's what I have to deal with. And that's what I have to deal with every day. I'm not dealing with the worst situation. I'm dealing with this bad situation right now. And it's hard and it's frustrating and it's discouraging. But at the same time, you discover new ways of doing things. I'm getting a better understanding of how some of my past clients struggled. I'm trying to focus on that. I'm trying really hard, and this video is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I'm sorry about that. And this is just a bad moment. You don't have to worry about me. This happens not regularly, but sporadically. I just thought I would share my breakdown, so maybe it would help somebody else. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll post a happier video next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.